Okay, so today we're making a screen for doing some screen printing on t-shirts. And so what I've got here is a embroidery hoop. And what kind of fabric?
Organza fabric.
Can you say it louder?
Organza fabric.
Okay, organza fabric. So we've already went over to the Silhouette and we have cut out our design, and we're going to go ahead and transfer it over. The one quick thing I want to point out with this is you have to have your fabric really tight. So you're going to put it in here and you're just going to tug on these edges until you get it as tight as you can. And then what I did is I went back and cut all this back so it won't be in my way. So we're going to go ahead and transfer the vinyl over to the screen now, and then we'll probably pull off all the little details once it's on there. Alright, so we got the vinyl on some transfer paper or transfer tape, and we're going to actually transfer it over now to the screen that we made. So when we're doing this, we want to make sure that all the small pieces stay on here. Like we're missing a piece, there's part of it coming off right here. Make sure you get all your lettering and all that over.
Like that.
Yeah, so we're gonna use this as a guide up here to help us visually center it on there. The biggest thing is you want to make sure you go up high enough to get the bottom in too. So you get the whole thing in there. Because once you stick it on there,
my tape is in the way.
get it stuck on there, it may not come back off.
Okay.
So when you get to this part, you're going to want to push down really hard. But really work it in there good. You want it to be stuck on that fabric. And this is also very important to make sure you have your fabric nice and tight, because if you don't, then it's not going to stay on there very well. So we've we transferred it over. We removed the extra, the tape and all the extra little details here. There's a few more we got to get off there. There's two more right here. So what we're going to do is get all the bubbles worked out. Kind of look over for any extra pieces. There's one there too. I have to use the tool to get to it. Okay, so we're finishing up putting the painter's tape around all the extra edges of the screen, so that way we don't get any extra paint on the fabric we don't need. And we're being very careful to look for any more spots that may bubbles or anything that may have formed while working on it. So okay, so here we are. We've got the screen that we made, and we are going to actually center it up with the shirt the best we can, the way where we want it. And so that looks pretty good to me, don't you think? So we're going to go ahead and let my wife put the paint on and paint it in there, and I'll just record her. So we're going to dab down. This is actually I mean, it's actually if it doesn't come out 100% perfect, it still gives it that vintage look. You know, it has a uniqueness to it. You know, not like you'd get with shirts you buy at the store that come out perfect each time. You know, it still has that really cool look and feel to it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use a card to show you. Looks like we lost part of our R there. See, we're missing that little letter of the R.
Yep.
Huh? Is it there?
I don't think so.
So we lost that. Looks like we lost a little piece of the A. It's just some of the stuff that happens. The smaller the details, the harder it is to get a clean, which is still fine. I mean, the letters are very recognizable still, so I would recommend a larger font if you really want to make sure you get all the letters on there, but
It's not good.
clean of all paint. Get your paint brushes away. You don't want your shirt falling back into the paint. And so what I recommend is having someone help you here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to help hold the shirt down with my hands, and she's going to lift up very gently, and we're going to pull this off. Okay, so this is what we got, and in my opinion, it's pretty good. It's actually there's a little, the bead there didn't get quite right. You can see the A and the R, but that's very legible. I'll come back and touch up the little not enough paint here kind of thing. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do the next shirt now. So we've got 2 shirts to do, but you can see how that turned out. Not bad.